Hello everyone, welcome to episode 9 of our Kingdom Come Deliverance playthrough. I hope you are enjoying the series so far. I am a lot. I'm really liking this game. Last episode, of course, was pretty somber. We were saved by Teresa. She has placed us and, I guess, like, nursed us back to health in her uncle's place, Millard Peshek. And apparently we owe him quite a bit. Okay, so that's something we'll have to address. I can already say that we have a couple quests already. 2 main quests, the first called Vengeance, which is about, of course, getting revenge on Markvart von Aulitz, which is, of course, that bald man with the mustache. He is, he reminds me of someone, but I can't quite put my finger on it. So, of course, we have to get Father's sword back. I have to find the bastard who stole it, first and foremost. I believe he goes by the nickname Runt and has something to do with Zibizek from Skalitz. We also have a quest called Awakening, or rather, Awakening. We have to find Sir Radzik in Perkstein Castle, or Perkstein Castle, wherever that may be. Get your things from the trunk. So yeah, Teresa put a bunch of our stuff in the trunk, everything we've collected up until now, I would assume. The good thief, Miller Peshek, and his niece Teresa took care of me while I was at death's door. I owe them my life. So apparently we actually have to repay this debt in some form or another, and by the name of the quest, they are foreshadowing some less than morally good things. Let's just say that. Some sort of morally ambiguous activities, perhaps, or outright bad things, potentially. Anyway, before we continue, I figured we should just take a quick moment to review our Henry. Currently, we are strength 4, and we have a perk point. Previously, we looked at Gravedigger and moved on. Just lets you move bodies quickly. Clinch Master gives you a 1/3 higher chance of overpowering your opponent in a clinch. So, my assumption here with clinch is that that's the thing that was happening with Zbizek when we were fighting him, and Kunesh as well. You know, they would grab our head and fucking feed us knees relentlessly, just busting out all of our teeth. Then we needed some medieval dental work. I assume that's the clinch, and a similar thing would happen in like a sword fight. And I'm kind of liking that. Mule, you can carry 15 pounds more. So currently, our carry weight is 82 pounds. So Mule would... Okay, well, 15 pounds more does not seem really relevant. We're not carrying a lot of shit around. But Clinch Master, that seems to fit in with our asshole, a brutish asshole build. So we're going to go with that. Agility, Vitality, and Speech all remain basically unchanged. Noise, 0. Speed, 23. Oh, fuck, there's a speed stat. I never noticed that either. Okay, that's interesting. What else? Combat. Defense. Obviously, overall defense. Oh, increase the time you can hold a perfect block or dodge, as well as increasing the defense stat of weapons and shields. Okay. Warfare is your total fighting skill with weapons or unarmed. Alright. Axe, bow, mace, sword, unarmed. So we're actually... we're a hell of a pugilist already. Level 2. Not so much an axeman, bowman, maceman, or swordsman. Not so much. So that's something we'll have to work on. Alchemy... Oh, fuck. You know what? I had not really looked at these skills too much. Drinking is a skill. As is maintenance. That seems to me like maintenance of weapons and of armor. Okay, so for a brutish asshole type play, I think drinking, horsemanship, hunting, and maintenance are probably our primary skills. The rest we can do without, I guess. Holy shit, you get reputation with different classes of people. Soldiers, quarrymen, Skalitz, villagers. Interesting. That's very interesting. I'm loving that. Okay, I think... Oh yeah, let's take a look at the map. I can't remember if we did or not. Oh wow, there's like a bit of a parallax effect there. You see how the clouds are moving, sort of gives like an illusion of 3D space. That's interesting. Okay, we are now in Ratai, I believe, which is where Sir Ratzig is, and holy fuck, Skalitz, Ravna, Tamburg. That's where we were previously, and it seems to be quite a ways away. Although, if I'm not mistaken, the map is only like 16 square kilometers, so 4 kilometers basically is how far away we are. But that doesn't seem like that far. Although I guess back in medieval times, perhaps that was indeed quite a ways. A couple days ride, maybe. Alright, we have some ancient maps, which I can only assume are something that you get as a Kickstarter backer, because I've got that. Oh shit, and a Warhorse Gambison. Okay, so I assume these are things you get as a Kickstarter backer. We are going to take all of our food items. We're going to leave the armor behind. We'll take the Groschen. We can leave Kunesh's keys. We'll take the lockpick. The boots, the scarf, the savior schnapps, and the hose and the torch. We'll take all of that. Which brings us to 11.8. Okay, well, we can probably take all of our weapons as well. May as well do. And hopefully... I'm hoping we can sell what we're not going to use. That would be very helpful. Okay, so we got our shit. We ate up. I think it's about time that we speak with either Teresa or her uncle. I think Peshek, Miller Peshek. That looks to be him right there. Before we do so, though, I just want to say I have actually downloaded a few mods. Well, first of all, if you're playing Kingdom Come Deliverance, or you're planning to play it, I recommend a few things. First, download and update your drivers, because I did that, and I actually earned about 10 to 20 FPS. Something like that. So I've bumped the graphic settings up quite a bit. Still recording at 60 FPS. No problem. So I'm playing on the high preset. And in addition, I've also... Wash yourself. Interesting. I've also downloaded... Oh shit, I think I'm walking around in my... Yeah, there we go. I'm walking around naked, so let's put on our boots, our scarf, and our pants again. There we go. There we go. We've washed, I think, our clothes off. Yeah, because they were dirty before. So I've downloaded some mods. First and foremost, a saving mod. Because, as it is vanilla, you need Savior Schnapps to do so, to save. But I require a little bit more flexibility due to the recording, so I've downloaded a Save Anytime mod, and also I've downloaded a mod that unlocks VSync, which is something that was left on by the devs, which basically means the game is only going to run at a maximum FPS to match your monitor refresh rate, so 50 FPS for 50 megahertz, 60 for 60 megahertz, so on and so forth. But anyway, I have done that. Let's talk to Peshek very briefly. Actually, there's one more thing I want to say. I think from episode 10 on of this series, I'm going to actually start another channel, a sub-channel, and I'm going to upload Kingdom Come Deliverance to that channel, and hopefully in the future, different types of RPG playthroughs, because there's always been RPGs that I've played on my own time, but things that I also wanted to record, but I didn't want to put on the channel, because ostensibly I am a strategy gaming channel, and a lot of people are subscribing for that, so I'm going to be splitting the content streams, basically. I think from episode 10 going forward, so keep your ear to the ground, because I'm going to be speaking about that later. Perhaps when I upload this episode, I will put a comment down below talking about that, so we can continue the conversation in the comments. Anyway, here we go. Peshek and Teresa have been taking care of me for, I guess, like the past couple of weeks. And here's Henry. He's going to introduce himself. Hi, I've been lying down in your mill for the past 2 weeks. Maybe you never got my name. I'm Henry.
My name's Henry. Thank you for taking care of me here.
My name's Peshek, and I'm the miller here. You've already met my
I love that fucking abrupt pointing. Ah, Peshek. Jeez. Yeah, 2 weeks, my god. This guy looks like... if you were to take Bernard Hill, who played Theoden,
keep you
and have him sleep in the street for about 3 weeks. That's kind of what Peshek looks like.
I paid him what I could, but I still, that is,
Looks like a fucking vagrant.
still owe him.
Okay,
I see.
what's the damage?
Better to be in debt than to lie dead in a ditch. What do I owe? I'm not afraid of hard work.
You won't pay for that shoveling manure. I might have a better job,
Okay, so
but it's not something any fool can do.
we're gonna have to thieve for
I might
Peshek?
trust you with something
Is that
you
right?
can really make money from. What do you say?
Is Peshek some sort of criminal mastermind? He's like the dawn of some form of Miller's gang, I guess? What would you need from me?
What would you need from me?
A trifle. Just to take something from someone and bring it to someone else. And not get caught while you're doing it.
You could potentially
Except
boil down all sorts of thieving down to that. Like, just take the millions from the vault here and put them in the put them in the Swiss bank account there. It's simply taking something from somewhere, putting it somewhere else, no problem.
no honourable man should touch them. That's the executioner's job.
Peshek, I don't know how to tell you this, but
Give you a hoe and say
just
that's
2 weeks ago, I myself was
big, all right?
rummaging through corpses.
I want to know whether you're going to hide behind some stupid fucking scruples, or if you might be useful for more unconventional work.
Okay. So my initial thought is, I don't think our Henry is built to be a thief in terms of in-game skills, but also I think he's more of a... I think he's okay with, like, intimidating people, taking from people who have wronged him, or maybe just... if someone's weak in front of him, maybe he can, you know, take advantage of that, but I don't think he's entirely comfortable with, like, burglary or stealing into people's houses, but
Just about anything, but
I can certainly dig up a corpse, because that sounds very much like what we're gonna be doing here.
It's about this ring my mate Wojciech, the Kohelnitz
Uh,
Miller, had his eye
What's sick? The Kohelnitz Miller had it. He's another fucking Miller.
along with the villain they hung while he was wearing it.
I'm telling you, these Millers are...
you want me to take the cord?
that was an excellent body cross. Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's nothing sacred to you.
Money first,
So-
morals later. Fella's dead.
So are you telling me these Millers are some...
Bleeding heart came up
The
with
Millers Guild is a front for, like, a criminal network
corpse. Never read the
of
Bible.
corpse robbers?
Still a human
Is that
body,
correct?
Only it's missing a soul. Why be disgusted by something created by God?
I just imagine that they steal shit and they hide it in the flour bags and they ship it to each other, right? It's a really good cover for a criminal network. Let's be honest. It's like some sort of dank underground.
I think I've already heard more than I need to know.
the Miller's dark web.
Tried hard enough, I bet you could justify
Fuck.
sodomy with a goat.
Watch your mouth, boy.
Sodomy with a goat. Excuse me.
There's a shovel here around the mill somewhere.
Why must
If
it
there's
be
any problem,
sodomy
come
with a
see
goat?
me. And here's something on the side.
Could you not
Think better.
Thanks.
find like a female goat?
I can't believe I've come to this. Digging up corpses.
The way Henry said that, it sounded as if, like, if Peshek tried hard enough, he could convince Henry of
I don't
having
want
sex
to
with a
feed
goat.
the dogs. You can just throw them some meat. The dogs, that is. But the executioner? Well,
Okay, so the executioner has some dogs. We could potentially throw the dogs meat. I don't even know where to get meat, considering we are a peasant, and I feel as if meat is probably pretty expensive. Bit of a luxury for, or a good cuts of meat, maybe. Teresa's here. Let's talk with her before we
Have you eaten yet?
get carried away. I did. I ate some bean mash, or whatever it was.
Yes.
Lentil mash.
Did you bake it yourself?
I did.
Baking.
Glad you enjoyed it.
I don't think you can call that baking. It was just like a pot on a fire. Sure, it's baking. I mean, baked beans, I guess. Okay, we're going to talk to Teresa very briefly, maybe one or two dialogue trees, and then we'll continue on with Peshek's little quest here. I would like to know,
I'd like to know.
does the carpet match the drapes there? How do you like it in Ratai?
How do you like it in Ratai?
It's a big town with good strong walls, so I suppose we're safe here. And they took us in our hour of need, but for how much longer? They'll grow tired of us soon enough.
Okay, so there may be some tensions between the refugees. I want to ask about der
Have you got
Skalitz.
a moment? I'd like to ask a few questions about Skalitz. I don't remember much.
All right. What do you want to know?
Holy shit, there's a lot of stuff here. How did you get me here?
Did you get me away from Skalitz?
It wasn't easy. So Robard and his men helped load you on a wagon, and we harnessed an old nag the bandits had left behind.
Peshek. What the
They got
fuck?
away here. God bless them.
Okay, two thoughts. What the fuck, Peshek? He just phased through her like some sort of alien or a supernatural being. Second thought, how rude is it to call the
I
horse
won't trouble you anymore.
that carried us from Skalitz to here an old nag? Could we not use more appropriate terms, more polite terms like mature? It was a mature horse that carried us from Skalitz to Ratai. Okay, so we have some quest markers on our compass. We have to get a spade, is that right? Yeah, get a spade. Optional. Get the dead man's ring from Miller Peshek. You should pay Miller Peshek the debt for treatment. These things are optional, weirdly enough. Oh, fuck, there's the shovel right there. Excellent. Yoink. I'm gonna take that. I will need that later. See you later, Peshek, you old-looking piece of shit. Let's look at the map very briefly. Okay, so this is Perkstein, where Sir Radzik is currently staying. That's a castle, I assume. Or the castle, rather. And then here is the Executioner's Ground. Get the dead man's ring from Miller Peshek. So it looks like we're going to have to go... Like, this goes all the way over here. So I think we're going to have to go south, and then there's a road that maybe swings around, or down here, over by the castle, something like that. There's also some other buildings here. This one's got a little bearskin... Is it like a tannery, maybe? It's got a little animal pelt there. Bearskin of some description. And then these two buildings, I don't know what that is, but... there's also some buildings over there. Let's go check out this shit. I'm interested to see what this is. A tannery. Oh, it is a tannery. I called it. I did. I don't mean to brag or anything, but I called it. I really did. Okay, we're going to talk to this shy trader. She's acting as if I'm not here, but of course I am, and I've got questions. Tell me about Ratai, woman. How do the Ratai folk get on with the refugees? Again, apparently there will be some tensions.
How do the Ratai folk get on with the refugees?
Well, they have it tough, no doubt. But there's not enough room for them here.
I just noticed she's got a bunch of like straw
Living on our streets.
or like hay in her hair.
What if one of them's brother plague with him?
Like has maybe you know what, maybe this woman and Peshek, maybe they're lovers, and they go through a couple, they're taking a royal rumble, a bit of a tumble maybe in Peshek's mill, or in his barn maybe. Wouldn't that be interesting? The tanner and the miller just making just the most luscious of love in the barn. Oh, but she would smell like piss. This whole place this smells like piss, I assume. Like, what the fuck am I even looking at here? We've got some oh, nasty. There's flies. We've got some hides hanging up, but then we've got these trenches? I don't really understand what's going on with these. Can you guys tell me? Oh, they're like cleaning the meat off the pelts? Interesting. Can you tell me about your trade, sir?
My respects to you.
Oh, God. Your face is frightening. I'm gonna leave. Like, I don't even know what the fuck is going on here. I mean, if I were to start a tannery, a medieval holy shit, we just vaulted right over that, no problem. If I were to start a medieval tannery, I don't even know where I would begin. Maybe what I would have to do is dig some of these trenches, you know? Hang the hides up like this. I don't really understand what's going on here, but I don't really understand why this water looks so fucking disgusting either. It's like it's bubbling. I don't know Oh god, I've soaked myself up to the waist. Probably smell like piss and shit too. Oh god. Okay, so there's some other buildings over here. Oh fuck, well there's a creek we're just gonna wade through. There's a fucking bridge right here. We're gonna use the bridge instead. Okay, I don't know what these other buildings are. There's a woman here. Howdy do. She's cooking some shit. Eating some fish. There's another woman here. She also has straw in her hair. What the fuck? Peshek really gets around. He's just like banging all these women. What's going on, lady? Okay, it seems all they want to do is talk about their life, weirdly enough. What the fuck is that about? People wanting to talk about the place they live. Okay, so... oh, we can go this way. I want to see what this is, though, these two buildings. We're gonna go over there. It looks like they have bright linen tents of some kind. I wonder if that's, perhaps a camp where some of the refugees are staying, although those are some really nice tents. You know, that does not at all look like a refugee's hastily put together lean-to. I don't know what it is, though. It kind of reminds me of, like, classic imagery of a medieval tournament ground, though. You know, you've got the tents up, people are jousting, so on and so forth. There's a person up ahead there. Not sure what they're doing, but we're going to continue on our merry way and head on into this place. I don't think it's a farm. It's got chickens, but like there's nowhere to have crops or anything. I don't know what the fuck this place is, but I'm sure we'll oh, baths. It's a bathhouse. Ooh, full of bath maids. Hello. Hello, my dears. Okay, we got a pot simmering with shit. No one's tending to this, either. No one's tending these pots. They could be burnt to fuck and no one would know. We have a bathhouse proprietor, okay. Do you think they sell baths with, like, happy endings? Wouldn't that be nice? Use the bathhouse services.
I'm interested in your services.
Oh, fuck. See, Henry knows what's going on. Oh, I'm interested in your, wink services. Okay, a bath, launder my clothes, heal my wounds, to have a bath and launder my garments, to heal my wounds, to pay for a wench, and everything that goes with that. Okay.
Actually,
Prostitution confirmed. Confirmed. Okay, so I really just don't... I hope it's not with this lady, because she's... I mean, she's not ugly, but she's just, you know...
Lord Almighty.
Sorry, lady. Fuck. She's just, you know, nothing to write home about. You just kind of hope for a bath maid. Oh, fucking Zdana. What kind of name is Zdana? Zdana Scully, what's going on? Jesus Christ, I can't speak with anyone without being fucking bumped into. So apparently Zdana is an unimportant person with nothing to say, except the same dialogue options as everyone else. We're gonna move on, and... Okay, here we go. This is the place we need to be. I think we can just, like, cut across through the woods. It doesn't seem that far. I think you're meant to go this way along the road, but we're just gonna, like I said, continue on, cut through the woods. What could go wrong? Fuck, another another pot no one's attending to. Am I a hungry Henry or what? Nourishment 52. Yeah, fuck, I'm gonna eat from this person's pot. No one's gonna stop me. There's no one around, right? I can just eat that shit, no problem. I mean, I have no idea what's in there or how long it's been there. But it's in my belly now. And it could very well kill me. Now, I have heard of a concept. It's like a cooking concept, okay? Basically, it's a way that medieval people used to cook, and it was... The idea was it was that it was like a never-ending stew, okay? So the idea is you basically simmer something day and night. When you eat from it, you put something in. So you eat a bit of stew, and then you know, add some carrots. Maybe you've eaten a bunch of potatoes, so you add some cuts of meat or something. Oh fuck, look at this. A nice little path. Oh shit, yeah, it's like an actual trail through the woods. Oh man. So that's the idea. Basically it's sort of like a Theseus's ships type thing. Like, when was your stew no longer your original stew? You know, it's very philosophical. And I kind of feel like that's what these people are doing every time I see a stew unattended. Oh, that's like an actual fucking mushroom I can pick. I'll be taking that with this nice little cutscene too. Excellent. So we're heading up to the hangman's grounds. The execution grounds, rather. Executioning grounds. Fuck, how long have I been speaking English? And this reminds me, just recently there was a hardcore history episode, okay, and it was all about, that's Dan Carlin's hardcore history, just FYI, check it out on your podcast apps. This is not a sponsored program in any way, shape, or form, but anyway, it was all about executioners and executions, and the people who would attend such things, in terms of, like, events, and it was very, very interesting because it paints a story of, like, basically executions were very popular with people, very interesting to watch, I guess, but also in some places and certain times weirdly religious. But what really surprised me was the idea that executioners became a subclass in society. Basically, they were shunned from mainstream society due to their profession. The idea being that anyone who is in such close contact with death, it's very superstitious. Very, very superstitious. Anyway, anyone who's in such close contact with death or death dealing, the harming of people, is not really someone you want to hang out with to like such a degree that executioners would not be touched by other people, because to be touched by an executioner is an ill omen. Also, the idea being that executioners have magical powers in some ways, powers of healing, so on and so forth. And to close off this tangent, executioners were so separate from regular society that they would only interact with or be intimate with other executioners. So executioners would be friendly with other executioners. They would only be able to marry other executioners. So as a result, you sort of ended up with these executioner families, these dynasties where the job is passed down father to son, so on and so forth. And then you've got these like weird insular families that only interact with people of the same profession. Just, it's so very bizarre. I recommend you check it out. Now, I have a sneaking suspicion that this is the grave he was talking about. Although Peshek mentioned a gibbet. And I don't see a gibbet anywhere. The gibbet, of course, being the thing you put the person in. It's like a cage that's hanging. Right? I'm fairly... Oh, fuck, we're just pushing the dirt back in the hole. Yeah, I'm fairly certain the gibbet is the cage that hangs. Oh, fuck. Shit, I don't want to... I didn't mean to fall into the grave.
Nothing on the left hand. The right? Oh, shit.
Okay.
Nothing there either. Where the fuck is that ring?
So he's got no ring.
Stench makes me want to puke.
Okay, so are we...
Shit, we'll pay for this.
Are we meant to assume that the executioner took the ring before burying the person? Actually, you know what? Come to think of it, I bet you this is the executioner's house right here. Okay, I hear dogs, and Peshek mentioned hounds, executioner's hounds. So my assumption, yeah, well, he's got a shovel too. So all of this circumstantial evidence leads me to believe that this is the executioner's house, because no self-respecting peasant or villager would build his house anywhere near where the execution grounds are. Because, again, execution grounds, very, very, is like surrounded in superstition, right? So people do not want to visit them unless there's an event actually occurring. And by event, of course, I mean execution. So I kind of wonder, like, what else can we pick? Have I been just passing by all sorts of things we could pick? Fuck, I have to say, I really like the way they've chosen to represent wilderness and forests. It seems very true to life, and I'm liking it big time. Like, what the fuck is that down there? What am I looking at? Oh, it's just... Of course, it's some rocks. What a guy. I thought maybe it was, like, some mushrooms or something. Oh no, it is actually stuff. It's some sage. Shit. I thought I saw something, and apparently I did. What about this one? Oh, valerian. What about that blue one up there? Is that something? Oh fuck, sage again. Oh man. We're quickly becoming a herbalist. What about this stuff? Can I pick this? I guess not. Oh man, I'm just gonna be wandering around forests now. Crouched down. Herb Paris. What in the fuck? I have no idea what this is. Or what any of this does. What about this red one? Nope. Okay, it's really hard to see herbs. And I don't even know... Huh, that's interesting. They've got like a new tree growing out of an old stump that's very true to life. Oh! St. John's wort. Okay, I'm just picking a bunch of, like, samples at this point. I'm sorry, I got really sidetracked. I was talking about executioners. Now I'm picking flowers. This is Picking Flower Simulation 2018. Let's look at this stuff. I guess it's other? Yeah, Herb Paris. What is this? It may be sought in deep woods, very informative, to be found in pastures and on hillsides. It is most fond of leafy woods, glades, and clearings. To be found on forest paths, in mires and peat bogs. A brightly colored mushroom that draws attention to itself, potentially life-threatening when consumed by humans. Well, I'm glad I didn't handle it with my bare hands or anything. It's not like that's gonna poison me or something. Apparently it has some sort of effects when consumed in small doses as well. You know what that means? It's a fucking hallucinogenic! We're gonna get fucking high on these mushrooms. See, now I'm on the hunt for other stuff to pick. I figured a creek bed is a wonderful place for, like, moss. Or... Are these villagers up there just watching me mess around in a creek? A fully grown man stomping around? Okay, well, let's head back to Peshek. Oh, fuck. I'm looking at the length of the episode here. We've basically accomplished nothing, and the episode is already over. My bad. I apologize. We're going to... Okay, well, here we go. This has to be... Oh, it's poppies. Of course it is. Shit. Now we can make opium. Okay, we're gonna go talk to Peshek and end the episode. So, as a reminder, I think from episode 10 I will be uploading to a new, different channel, and that will primarily be... Oh, fuck, a thistle! I'm sorry. That will primarily be for RPGs, because I wanted to play things like Deus Ex, so on and so forth, but I haven't had a proper place to put them, because RPGs, you can't just play like 20 episodes and you're done. It's gonna be like at least 50, you know? Maybe 100, I don't know. It depends on what your objectives are, but regardless, I need to separate the content streams to make it easier for you guys to discriminate about what you want to play, what you want to watch, rather. So I will, again, post a comment down below. Please take a look at that if you want to take part in that conversation. There we go. We've discovered the mill. We've discovered the mill. Motherfucker, I woke up here. We found the mill again. There's Peshek throwing sacks of shit around. It's like 7 o'clock. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's a fucking workaholic, I'll tell you that.
What do you need?
Well, there was no ring on that corpse, you asshole. There was no ring.
There was a corpse in the grave, but no ring. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Easy, Hal.
What the
Hold
fuck?
your horses. If the ring wasn't on the corpse, the executioner must have taken it before he buried the body.
Oh, I can see where
Yeah,
this is going.
basically what I
You want me
expected.
to get the ring from the executioner?
Clever lad. Only I wouldn't...
Yeah.
He's a bit touchy on the subject.
Okay, so now we're going to have to bust into the executioner's house.
From his house.
to steal the ring. I'll do it, whatever.
I'll go and find that ring.
It should
Now-
be in a trunk somewhere in the house.
How the fuck do you know that? How do you know where it is?
Do you know how to get past the lock?
Get past the lock? You mean
Yeah, I mean, we had to do a little bit of that to get the armor to escape from Talmberg, so...
Gentle art of opening it quietly.
Oh, gosh.
Sensitivity. Like popping a young maiden's...
Okay, you. There was a way to talk about this without making it weirdly sexual. You can talk about gently massaging a lock out of its place without talking about fucking a virgin. Okay, that's very bizarre. Peshek, you're an old man. This is not appropriate. I can pick a lock. We've done it.
experience?
All right.
He said that with such gusto, too.
You're not as clumsy as you look. Here's a lockpick for the job.
Hey, Peshek, how about you fuck yourself? I'm not clumsy. I am deft. Look at this. I can jump higher than you ever could. I can jump your entire height, asshole. What do you think of that? Yeah. Fuck yourself. I'm gonna pick your marigold right outside your house and your mint. What do you think of that? And your chamomile. How about you suck my nuts? I'm gonna collect your marigold and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, we've gone on a bit of a collecting spree. Let's head in, and...
Watch where you're going.
Sorry, that is indeed my fault. We will end the episode here because this is where we began. Alright, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment. When we come back, we will go bust into the executioner's house. Now, the only reason I'm doing this is because I feel like it is interesting content, okay? Much for the same reason I threw shit at Deutsch's house, I feel like it's boring to skip that stuff, so we're gonna do this anyway because the game clearly wants us to do it. Anyway, as always, my name is Incoherence, you guys are fucking awesome, and I will see you all later.